The interesting thing about this series versus Hope is Greater Than Despair, they're both very unique and very different. What this really counters is this huge cultural issue we have with isolation. It doesn't take very long to figure out the stats, right? We're the most technologically connected. We have opportunities to connect. We are better connected today, at least technology-wise, than we have ever been. Mm-hmm. And yet we still can't get rid of isolation. We still can't get rid of loneliness. We still can't get rid of depression. We still can't get rid of all of that stuff. And so what Love Where You Live really begins to communicate is you matter. Yeah. And you matter. And I matter. And every single person that we're connected to matters because unity matters. Yeah. And it's one more step in, I don't know, maybe even solving the isolation crisis. Yeah. For the church to step on the cutting edge of something maybe and say, hey, we can do something about this. Yeah. And we're all in it together. Yeah. And it's pretty amazing when you think about it in that context.
And what I liked about Hope is Greater Than Despair, and what we're trying to do in this one too, is your church is different than my church is different than your church. Yeah. And we all have ways that we do things. But the cool thing about this is that we're having unity and yet diverse. So like we're honoring what you guys do, how you normally go through a worship service, how you normally preach, how you normally preach, how I normally preach. But we're all hitting the same theme, but kind of doing it in our own way. And I think sometimes we confuse unity with uniformity. And the beauty of the body of Christ is that we actually aren't uniform, because you can reach people that I can't reach, and you can reach people that I can't reach, and you can pastor that. And we can do this whole thing in our own unique way. And to me, I think that there's a power in that too, because I think it really is we're just different embodiments of the greater body of Christ, and that we do view each other as a team, which is kind of the stuff that we've all hit actually. And I think all this, and I think that's a narrative that you were talked about either in one of your video shots or even in this, that a lot of times people see all our divisions, and they forget that we actually do agree on exactly what we're going to be talking about. And what I'm most excited about this is like when we did Hope is Greater Than Despair, I think we only got 5 churches. Yeah. And already I think we've got 9 at least, and we'll see if there's even more. So to me, that speaks volumes to even how Hope is Greater Than Despair God used to kind of open people's eyes, and was really excited that you kind of came up with the idea and felt it. And we're doing new things too, like the joint service project, and also the worship night, which is a chance for all of us to get together. We kind of do Thanksgiving and we kind of do the sunrise service, but this is a chance for all of us to just spend time praying for our community, celebrating what God's done, and just worshiping together. And I think those are kind of unique things that I'm excited about too, just for us to say, hey, we can come together as the body of Christ, even if it isn't a special event like Easter, but to celebrate kind of what God's doing in Battleground. What are you most excited about what God's doing in Battleground? Or surrounding community?
Yeah. I could jump. I'll jump in. I've been, some might know, but my parents have been pastoring in Battleground for 43 years, and so we've grown up here, and we've seen Battleground change a lot. We've seen a lot of changes come in, and but when you look at Battleground and you see, and you're so connected with what, not just in the church community but the community as a whole, and you see what gets the headlines, you see the controversy on Facebook, you see city policy gets slammed by other opinions and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of it, what I'm excited about Battleground is that people really do still care about each other. Mm-hmm. People really do love each other, and I think they just want to know how to make that the prominent thing and not all the bad press. And that's what I love about having a church in Battleground, is that we get to be part of that community, good, bad, and ugly, right? But we get to be part of that community, and it's just, I think Battleground has a lot of potential. I think it really does, and to be in that mix is actually pretty cool.